3 times 1023.
One zero dispatch, show me in a 1011 with a small truck.
Full. And 3 one's going to be code 4. No sign of that BJXL.
10-4. G'day, sir.
Yes, can I help you, officer?
How's it going?
Not bad.
That's good. Do you know why I pulled you over today?
No.
Alrighty, you have been noticed travelling at a bit more than the speed limit, and you went through some traffic lights there.
Did I? Did I speed?
Yeah.
I honestly, I've got the cruise control set on 55. Isn't that the speed limit?
That is the speed limit. Maybe,
You clocked somebody else, I think, honestly, because I've been doing 55 this whole time, mate.
yeah, it might have clocked someone else, but definitely saw your truck going through the light there. The speed may not have been you. There was other vehicles
So you're,
coming.
hold up. First off, you're accusing me of speeding. I might have to take this to my old mate, the chief, Liam. The fact these officers are accusing a fellow civilian of speeding.
You
How
were
dare-
going faster than the other traffic on the other side of the road.
And then you're also accusing me of running red lights.
Oh, I know for a fact
Yeah.
you ran at least one red light.
How could you tell the fact that I saw both you and the other officer who's rocking up to my other window speeding down the other side?
Because when we passed you, I noticed that you were going faster than the majority of the traffic on the other side of the road,
Well,
and then looked in my mirror and seen you going through the traffic light.
The locals actually go really slowly. So I was travelling at 55 miles per hour. Therefore, you're accusing me of speeding. Honestly, I don't know. I might have to email Mr. the Chief, Liam Kerr, and
Yeah, well,
have a
you're
talk
more
to
than
him about
happy.
this.
You're more than happy to do that.
Because you're accusing a civilian of
Driver's a
speeding.
BJXL.
When you were obviously speeding the opposite direction. Yes, I understand with your lights and sirens going.
Forget that BJ just went through red.
But, however, you've come back around and accused me of speeding.
I didn't. I may have said you were speeding, but I just noted.
Well, that's word for word.
I noted you going faster than traffic. I didn't clock your speed, so.
Well, therefore, how do you know if I was speeding or not?
I don't know where the fuck you went.
You pulled me over for no other reason.
The main reason was for you going through traffic lights.
Again, I saw you and the other officer who just left speeding down the other way. How do you know that light had changed time you passed me?
Because in my rearview mirror, I saw you go through that first red light when we passed you.
Again, you were going at a rate of speed. How can you prove it?
Well, that's for us to discuss.
It's literally he said, she said at this stage.
Well, it's not, because I clearly seen you go through traffic light.
You're saying that I've gone through a traffic light. You were speeding the opposite direction with your license sign.
Alrighty, we're not going anywhere. Have you got any license?
And then you've decided to try. You tried to. No, I'm not done. You're cutting off of somebody who you're trying to accuse.
I noticed you going at high rates of speed, and you went through a traffic light.
Mate, it's as simple as this. You're accusing
Hey,
somebody.
get back in your vehicle now. Get back in your
No,
vehicle.
no.
Get back
I'm
in your
gonna-
vehicle or you'll be restrained.
You're gonna. I'm not gonna sit there and take your abuse.
Get back in your vehicle or you'll be restrained.
For what?
For the safety of the people driving past and myself.
The vehicle is stopped on the side of the road because somebody has put their lights and signs and pulled me over, accusing me of speeding and going through traffic lights when they were speeding the complete opposite way with their lights and sirens at a high rate of speed.
Well, you have more than a right to.
Therefore,
Go ahead. Yep.
You're trying to accuse a civilian of this wonderful city of those charges.
I'm not accusing. I'm just
You
going
are.
off what I've seen.
Yeah, so therefore you're accusing. You don't know what exactly the whole backstory is, mate. I could have stopped at those red light and it turned green as you went past.
No, I seen him red.
You saw. Come to take a look at your cruiser. What lights are these on your bloody cruiser? Blue and red. Now,
I don't see what
colour
you're
is
getting
this?
at.
mate, you're just wasting my time. Like, I'm just trying to be an honest man. I own an honest living.
Well,
I'm driving.
I mean, we don't need to
vehicles for
argue.
delivery. No, mate, you're one who's decided to pull me over and accuse me of speeding and running a red light. So
I pulled you over because you were going at high rates of speed, and I did notice.
I was doing
going
55. If you want me to get back in my truck and I'll take off and do 55, I will do 55 because that's what I was doing. I was doing the speed limit. If you don't understand that, you need to obviously rethink what you're doing. So I'm leaving.
If you leave, mate, you will get further charges
For what?
for
Trying to
evading
do a
police.
job?
My
I'm
lights
not
are on.
evading police.
My lights are on. All I'm going to ask you is for your license, okay? As I noticed you were going at high rates of speed and
Yeah,
you went
good
through
day.
traffic lights. 110 dispatch, we've got a truck, 1080. It's taken off.
Careful. Mitch. Just talk, man. It's alright, you won't be going to jail. Why don't you want to pull over, Mitch?
Now, your officer's accusing me of shit.
Not my officer.
Mate, pull over.
Truck, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm not fitting the truck.
So to the trucking place and just get in there.
Yeah, 10-4. Come on, mate. Stop the vehicle.
Using you of Mitch.
Speeding.
What about the red lights, man?
No red lights, mate. Are available.
Get him on radar.
Negative, that's why I didn't accuse him of speeding. I was just mentioning that he was going faster than the other local traffic, but I did notice him going through a red light.
Why so worked up on the speed?
Hey?
I don't know why he's so worked up about the speed.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just asking for his license, and it's just saying I'm accusing him.
Fucking locals, bro. I swear.
Come on, mate. Pull it over.
He wasn't gonna give you a ticket for the speed.
I was just discussing with you. Mate, you don't want us to bring out lethal force to pop your tyres, do we? Oh, mate.
Oh, if you're going on what you're saying was a discussion, I ended the discussion by hopping back in my vehicle because you can't obviously see it through your set of eyes. You're trying to accuse me of speeding when I told you I was doing 55 miles per hour. And you're trying to accuse me of running the red light when, again, both yourself and McCall was speeding at high rates of speed with your license siren on in the complete opposite direction. Therefore, any red lights you were seeing could have happened, it could have changed the time you look back. You don't know, because you're just running off what you've seen. You're trying to accuse me, a civilian of this wonderful city.
Yeah, by all means, you can bring this up and dispute it. But at this moment, you're currently under arrest since you evaded us now. Okay?
Well, no, you literally just said, well, we're having a discussion, and I said I entered the discussion by going on my own business, which is
Yes, but I mentioned to you,
doing.
I mentioned to you that if you get back in the vehicle and leave, you'll be arrested. Well, not be arrested. You're currently arrested now. So if you leave,
No. We were having a discussion on why you're accusing me of doing said crimes. So I said, well, there's no further action. I'm going. So I just had to hop back in my vehicle and carry out the business that I'm trying to do. And therefore, you escalated it to this pursuit so far of evading police.
yes.
You are trying to do something. You're literally trying to force my hand on being a criminal. I can be a criminal all I want, but I'm doing my best and doing a civilian's job.
Let's turn off the vehicle and hop out, okay? It's not safe on the highway. We're stopped on the highway.
Yeah, well, you guys decided to try and stop
Because
me.
you didn't stop before you come on the highway. It's your choice of running away. You turn your engine off, step out.
Technically, every road is a highway.
Turn your engine off and step out.
For what? For my safety?
I just want to talk to you and get your license and discuss this further, okay? We don't need to chase everyone around the city. All I wanted was to have a chat.
You can simply leave me alone and let me do my business.
Well, unfortunately, that's not the case now because you evaded police.
How? Explain to me how I evaded you.
I was talking to you, I pulled you over.
Oh, wow, this is a very rude officer. What's your badge number?
110, Daniel Hendricks.
Ah, alright. Just let me note this on a piece of paper and I'll take this up with the
Yeah,
chief,
well,
right?
can you, I've given what you want. Can you turn the vehicle off and hop down, please?
Oh, no, I'm not going. I can turn the engine off, but I'm not stepping out.
Do you really want us to tase you?
You're going. For my safety, I feel threatened. The fact that I'm parked.
You're
on
threatening the whole community by driving away from police and creating this pursuit. We could have just had a discussion.
I didn't create. I didn't create nothing. You're the one that decided to come after me. Like, I'm trying to do a job. And I understand you're trying
Because
to
you
do
were
your job.
detained at the time. I had my lights
No,
on.
How? How was I detained?
Because
Explain to
you
me
were
how I
evading.
was detained. Explain to me how I was detained. You pulled me over for a simple traffic stop. I then argued the point on how that traffic stop failed in your side. So I then
That
decided
doesn't
to
give you the
leave.
right to just leave.
Oh yes, because you cannot see it through how it was.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't give you the right to
no.
just leave.
It does.
Mate, if you just step out and we will have a chat on the side of the road away from potential traffic that's coming. No need to chase everyone around the city.
Well, then stop chasing me. You don't let me do my job.
Alright, it's just going to go in a loop, okay? If you don't get out and you evade, there'll be a massive pursuit, which we do not want. And I'm sure you do not want, because then it will be further charges. Let's just get out, get down, go to the side, we'll have a
I
chat.
would.
Alright,
This is
thank you.
you're literally wasting my time for this.
Alrighty. You got a license on you? Have you got a license? Mister? Hello?
Why don't you just do what you normally do? Is just grab my license out of my pocket.
No, because you have a right. I'm allowing... Oh, shit. Sorry, my bad. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Bad. Ouch. Oops. That was a mistake, sorry. Anyways, yeah, you got a license. Alrighty. Thank you.
What's the actual muscle to show a license?
Mitch. Alrighty. You gonna look at that, Mitch? Okay, initially you were pulled over for speeding and going through a red light. Okay? They're the initial charges, okay?
Yeah, which I told you were obviously saying things because I am a civilian of this wonderful city and I obey every law. I was doing 55 miles per hour.
That is
I
fair.
stopped at red light, which then turned green. So by the time you looked around, obviously it was red before I stopped.
This is just
Therefore,
what I'm going on.
Therefore, you're accusing me of 2 charges.
Because I witnessed it myself. So you can dispute it in court with lawyers later down the track, but at this stage you'll be charged those 2. Okay? I will ignore.
I'll just get this email.
I will ignore the pursuit that you led us on.
I'm just
Okay?
going to get this email going right now for the chief of police. 110 Daniel Hendricks, because you're accusing a civilian of speeding when I stated I was doing 55 miles per hour, and then you've still not retracted that, and you're still trying to accuse me of running a red light. As I said, it turned green. It could vary from person to person, but it turned green and I continued on my merry lane. Therefore, you've accused me of 2 charges. You want this to go down this path, or you want to drop them?
No, I don't care. I'm going these 2 charges. Yeah, you can email as many people as you want. I'm going off what I saw.
Yeah,
You can
I'm
dispute
telling you
that
exactly
later down
what
the track.
happened.
So at this stage you'll be charged with those 2 charges, and then they can be disputed later on.
No, alright.
Alright.
You're not going to charge me right now because I'm going to be putting this email. You have to wait until it gets back from the chief, alright? If you do not like it, you can sit in your cruiser and wait. Or you can literally drop these charges and it'll be another day.
I'm not dropping these charges.
I mean, you can stand there and look as much pretty as you want, but I don't call you pretty. And wait.
Well, I'm gonna put you down for these charges then, and you can talk to as many people as you want.
So you're going to put down these charges against my record for them to be removed later by you. So you're technically wasting some space on the record on these 2 charges.
And what? Wasting what? Space? Time?
Space, yeah, space, time, or whatever. You know.
No, I mean, this is my job.
You pull up my record, and you're gonna add in 2 new charges against my name, and then later on,
which you can dispute later on if you want.
Yes, later on, you're going to now have to personally remove those 2 charges because they have been dropped, and you're then going to have to personally refund me that money
That
for the fine.
is if that's if you have enough evidence to say.
Well, and you do.
I do have evidence of what you did. I do.
You're a police officer.
No, I do have evidence.
Because you've got that shiny badge on your
No,
chest
because I have evidence. Body cam running 24/7.
Body cam. So the body cam of me. Can I'll actually see this proof first before you try and charge me. That is part of my rights, correct?
That is.
Yeah. Well, get busy before I do. Send this email off to you.
Do we want to maybe escort off the highway first? And
I'm happy to do it right now, right here, right now.
Well, it's not that safe up here.
I mean, as you stated before, your lights are on.
My lights are on because you evaded us.
You also had your
You could be under arrest at the moment for evading us, but
You also had your lights on previously when I decided to hop out of the vehicle so we could have this chat on the side of the road like a normal civilian, unless you decided you wanted to stand in the middle of the road. Yes, I understand your cruiser was pointing out and blocking it, but the locals don't always understand the way of our rules, do they?
Well, clearly not, but that's locals.
So therefore, you wanted to risk your life by keeping me inside the vehicle and telling me to get back inside the vehicle after I'd stepped out of the vehicle to then consider about your safety. I'm, a bit worried now. You're telling me to take this off the road because you don't feel safe when your cruiser's behind on a certain angle with your lights flashing.
Yes, but it's a highway. They're traveling like 100
however,
or 80.
All roads are classified as a highway, correct?
No.
You could get somebody speeding down that road. They're breaking the law.
They're not classified as highways. They've got a speed limit.
Yes, they are. It's all roads. They're all roads interlinked with each other.
Yeah, but what do you mean? They've all got different speed limits.
Yes, but they're still all linked to this road that we're standing on is linked to the one down there behind us. This road is also linked to the one up in Pluto Bay. You know why? Because it's all the same road. You know what?
But it's not all the same speed limit. Anyways, if we're not going to get off the highway, I'm going to have to detain you. Like, arrest you.
So you're going to arrest me for not wanting... First off, this all started because you pulled me over and then stepped out of the vehicle after having a bit of a discussion with you. For your safety, I was worried about. So then you telling me to get back in the vehicle.
Yes, because...
And we end up here. On the side of the road.
This is a hassle.
I mean, honestly, with the 2 tickets you're getting, I haven't looked at the new fines yet, but I don't think they're that much. Also,
and it doesn't matter.
You could be getting done for driving without a truck license too.
Well, see, back in Australia, where I'm originally from, McCall.
Yeah.
What's happening back in Australia?
those trucks I could drive with a full standard license. But
Yeah, I
those
know.
little trucks. And therefore, when I came over to America, got my license changed over to the American, they did not tell me I needed a truck license to drive such a small one.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I've been driving around this whole city without a truck license driving them. So, you know.
Well, do you want to cooperate with us or not?
I mean, you're the one that's making it difficult because
I'm not making it
you're,
difficult.
you're,
I'm just...
you're accusing me of those two said charges, and clearly I'm still going to be waiting for that footage before I want to be charged.
Well, currently, you'll be given these charges before I provide evidence.
So you're going to give me
Because that
these
is
two
down the
you're gonna
track
give-
when an investigation is.
You're going to give me these two charges on what you've seen with such body cam footage, and you're still going to give me these charges, which then I have to dispute because I have to wait for the evidence to come from you, which won't happen until a later date because you're too busy apparently.
Well, I will give you these charges, and then we get off the highway, and then I will give you the evidence.
Well, I'm asking for the evidence prior.
Yeah, well, it can't work like that, because look at us on the highway, talking,
I mean,
and this
I
is
mean,
not getting anywhere because...
Turn around. Have you seen any vehicles drive past?
That's not the point.
No, you're concerned about your safety and my safety, I understand. But back where you originally pulled me over, you were standing basically in the middle of the road because how wide the vehicle is. I was in, risking your life. I decided to then make it safe. But you then insisted that I was back inside the vehicle.
You didn't make it safe. You just took off when I had my lights on.
Yes, however, I hopped out of the vehicle and stepped over the sidewalk to make you safe and not be
That
run
was
over
not
by a
safe.
local.
You opened your door and stepped onto the road.
Yes. Well,
It is my job to
I
come to
then-
your door and speak to you. But you hopped out, and then now there's two people on the road.
Let's see. I then proceeded to walk over the sidewalk, correct? Straight away. Correct?
Correct, but I instructed you to stay in your vehicle. And you
No,
did
you
not
didn't.
do that.
No, you didn't.
What do you mean, no, I
until
didn't?
Not until I hopped out of my vehicle and stepped over the sidewalk. You said, then can I get
Because
you,
I didn't expect
please?
you to just jump out of your vehicle.
Well,
Normally people would stay in their vehicle.
No. In fact, every encounter I've had with police and state troopers, the police officer in that traffic stop has asked me to step out of the vehicle and proceed to the sidewalk. Your captain has done it. Scott's done it. Maggie's done it. Why do you have to be so different?
Every officer has their ways of dealing with incidents. And sometimes we can't control that because you jump out of the vehicle. And so, once you're out of the vehicle, I guess it is safer just to go to the footpath.
Which I did. Then you insisted that I go back to my vehicle.
No,
Which I
only
did.
when you're
So I
on the
assumed
road,
that
I'd said.
Yeah. No, you said that after I walked back, you said, I need you to get back inside the vehicle. So, which I did. So I assumed it was over. The confrontation or argument, whatever you want to call it, was over. So I took off and started doing my own business again because that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, what do you want from us, really?
Well, I want to continue driving my truck, finish up the deliveries, go back to the depot, grab my car, and get out of here because you guys are making hell at the moment.
Well, the only charges we're giving you is speeding and traffic light.
You see, right now, this is why allegedly criminals don't want to be around the city because you make it so difficult.
You mean we make it difficult? You make it difficult on yourself. You took off, and now we're talking about other charges because you don't have a truck license, and you evaded police. There's more charges that we're not giving you. I was only going to get your license, check your license, see your history, okay, and I wasn't going to give you a fine depending on your history.
Wow. So you base charges off people's history? What happens if they're a well-known...
If they are...
well, let me finish. You keep on interrupting me. It's a bit rude.
No, it's not rude because we're not getting anywhere.
There you go again. There you go again.
We could be here all day.
Can I finish my...
Yeah, let's go.
My paragraph / sentence?
Yep.
Whatever I'm going to continue... I'm going to
Go
continue
ahead.
talking. But you keep on talking. You keep on over talking and interrupting me. You see how rude that is? What happens if they're a well-known criminal and they behave for X amount of days and their last charge was, 6 months ago? Are you going to go based off those charges that they had in the last 6 months of having a clean record? Are you going to slap them with a bloody fucking big fine because of their criminal history?
No. It all depends on what charges they've received before. If they've received a speeding and then they've given a warning and then they got another speeding and then they've given a fine or another warning and then they do it again, they would obviously be charged with that speeding fine because they've given 1 or 2 warnings and they've just consistently done it. If they were, say, a murderer or robbed a bank or anything like that, that would be separate to whatever their... if they were speeding, that would be separate to the bank robbery. They're different charges. We relate it on the same charges being given out.
Well, so you're going to again, you're accusing me of speeding, which I clarified I was doing 55 miles. You don't actually have proper footage of...
What do you mean? How do you not know? How do you know? I mean...
You literally said it could have been a local.
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I said you were going faster than the locals.
In which I was getting up to 55 miles per hour. Which is the speed limit around the city.
And around in circles we go.
I believe it's actually 50.
Oh, he actually, this officer here, 110 Daniel Hendricks, said it was 55. I'm taking the word of the officer who supposedly upholding the law.
50 or 55. But I did
no,
not get a speed limit.
No.
I did not get your speed limit. That's what I didn't get your speed.
Therefore, you're accusing me of speeding when you did not get my speed limit.
Well,
As I said, that's why he wasn't going to charge you for the speed. It was just going to be for the red light.
Again,
because I don't have evidence to show that.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting for that evidence.
Because you're not getting the evidence until I charge you, and then the investigation is after that.
No, therefore, I want to have that evidence before you charge me. Then, if you do charge me, I can then get you accused of falsely charging a civilian.
Well, you can get compensated later on, but at this stage you're being charged with going through a red light and speeding, but those charges may be revoked once an investigation has been done.
It's as simple as this. If you have footage of this said occurrence, I wish to have it, and you also need to look over it before you do charge me. You're getting your words mixed up. Like you said you caught me speeding. Now you're saying you didn't catch me.
I've only said you were noted going faster than the locals. I didn't catch your speed, yes.
Which is accusing me of speeding.
Well, I guess.
The locals go like fucking 27. Locals are hella slow.
As at start, but they're gaining speed. Like, I've been overtaken in this thing before.
Well, would you like me to just give you the charge for going through a red light, and then if I review the evidence, if I do note that you were speeding, I will add that charge on later. And then you can still I'll give you the evidence, my side, showing that you went through that red light. I mean, we can work from there. I haven't restrained you. I haven't handcuffed you or anything.
You were
Just-
going to? Because
Because
I stepped
you
out of
were-
the vehicle.
Because you ran away from us and you weren't abiding by what I was saying.
No. You said, do me detain you and cuff you. Whilst I was over at our original point, because I stepped out of the vehicle and stepped onto the sidewalk.
I really don't know what to say, because I could be giving you so many more charges for what you did. I'm trying to be lenient,
Trying to be lenient.
but you're having a go at me.
Well, if you want to be lenient, badge number 110 Daniel Hendricks, you can simply drop all charges until further notice, until you review your footage. You could be mistaken.
I could be mistaken, and that's what an investigation is later on. So at this stage, I'm going to finalise. I am charging you for speeding and running a red light.
Oh, here we go again.
Where are you going?
Where am I going? There's many places I could be going. I could be doing my job. That means I could be going and doing my job because... But hey, I'm
Alrighty.
here doing this.
Well, stay off the road. Give me one moment.
You want me to stay off the road? Okay. I'll hop up here then.
No truck license, which I could charge him for. Evading police, I could charge him for.
Shots fired, shots fired. You okay?
Fuck.
Fuck, that was a bad time to go on a different set of eyes.
The hell happened?
3, 2, 1 to EMS. Hang in there. You bleeding?
Yeah. Bleeding.
Where?
In my abdomen.
Yeah.
Hit the side of my vest. Went through.
What about now?
Yeah, I mean,
As good as you can be.
yeah. I need to go to the hospital though.
Yeah, go to pillbox. Hang in there, Mitch.
10 dispatch, show me 1076, pitbox medical.
Cool.
On 0 dispatch, 1023 pitbox.
Cool.
Jesus. Yeah, I've been shot. Been shot in the side. Cheers, dog.
Just rest in hospital till I get there.